Back to Saints game day. Here's our first game here, starting off with St. Clair College Varsity Green getting a goal right off the, or actually that's McMaster getting a goal right off the, oh, I think we need to switch our graphic because St. Clair College just got it in there.
That is true. That was Spoods. I mean, I guess that's just what he does. He's kind of, it's been 18 seconds and there's already a goal from Spoods, and that's a really good start to the game, honestly. It's very exciting, and I think that's really good momentum for them as well to carry into the rest of the game.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to keep up that momentum by continuing to play aggressively, but NECC going to go in for a save there. Send it back down to the ground for his team, trying to send it right back downfield to McMaster. Mamba just laying in wait there, trying to intercept the ball and maybe tee up his team for a goal. Good air carry, but Vesh is there to save it, sending it right back downfield to NECC. Spood's going to tee up his team for a goal here, but Robo Buddy just gathering some boost. But Mamba playing very aggressively, but he's not at the goal, and Spoods takes a shot, unable to find it, but NECC might be able to find one here, and he does, securing Saints a 2-0 lead, only at 4 minutes roughly.
Yeah, that's pretty big, honestly, and NECC has improved a lot from what we've seen. I think all of the viewers can agree that he's a lot stronger of a player now, and you can tell that he plays with a little more confidence, which is huge. With 3 minutes and 50 seconds, 0-2 is really, really strong for them, and I think this is really important for them to just play a little more defensively, maybe get another goal to kind of secure themselves a little bit, because McMaster has a lot of time to return a goal right now, but as of this moment, Spoods is almost going to get a shot there. Vesh with the pass, but he's just not going to make it. NECC in the corner trying to pop it up to his teammate. Vesh is going to hit it back to him. NECC with a really good 50, but it is going to be cleared out. Spoods, big save there as well. It almost looked like it was going in. He lands on Vesh. They kind of get in each other's way, but NECC has an amazing save there. Absolutely huge. Game-changing, if I do say so myself, because saves like that are only more and more helpful as you get more of them, because you kind of just, you pick up that confidence, which is so big. The bumps are coming out. McMaster's playing really, really aggressively, but Vesh is going to demo them back. NECC trying to get the clear out to Spoods, passing it mid to Vesh. Vesh with a really good air control. He's going to try to get a shot here, maybe with a flip reset, but he just doesn't get it. It's already going back to the St. Clair side. With two defenders there, Vesh is still up. He just misses that touch, though, and it's still in the corner of McMaster. They're going to clear it out, though. Spoods, let's see what he has to do with it.
It's just kind of ping pong right now, just
it
going
is.
back and forth.
It
but
is.
That's good for St. Clair when you have that 2-0 lead right now. You just want to keep, you know, taking the shots where you can and trying to keep up the pressure, but not overextend it too much. You know, you don't need to get goals, but McMaster certainly does, especially if the Saints get another goal right here. It's in the corner here. Matrix going for a little bit of a setup, but going to get sent right back over like the ping pong we were talking about earlier. But it looks like McMaster, all three are pushed up right now.
Yeah, triple commit's huge, and it's very, very scary as a team, because you have to be able to score that, just like Spoods is going to, with a little bit of a whiff from the defender on that one. That's really, really unfortunate. Spoods with a really good touch, and Bombo was just a little too far up, and Spoods is just able to get that double touch and hit it right back into the net. 0-3, I'm waiting to see what McMaster has to say about it. Even just one goal in their pocket is huge. A good kickoff already, but Spooge is just going to be there to clear it out. With really good air control, he's going to try to go for a pass to his teammate, but it's just a little bit too wide. NECC tried, but it was just not there. But this is completely okay, because, like I said, they are up 3-0. And there's a lot of room for them to make any mistakes that they have to, but this is a good time for them to do that and try to avoid doing that in the later games, because like I said, they are very comfortable here. Vesh trying to go for a shot, but it is just saved out by Bomba. McMaster is just trying to clear it. They're trying to find something, but it seems like St. Clair is just playing really, really well so far this game.
Yeah, they're playing amazingly. McMaster trying to make up this goal difference right now with good pressure on the Saints goal, but Spood's going to carry it downfield, trying to set up for a 4-0 lead, but not able to find a very good setup. But the goal is open. Bomba might be able to get something here, but it doesn't find it with 1 minute remaining on the clock. It's not looking great for McMaster, but it's looking great for St. Clair College Green.
Absolutely, I agree. And I mean, a little bit of aggression coming out from RoboBuddy there, but Spoods is there to clear it and have a really good save as well, as he usually does. Spoods is a very, very good defender, along with the rest of his team, but he's always been there for his team in the net. Obviously, everybody misses, everybody has to mess up at some point, but he's kind of someone that you can just trust to have in the net, and you can trust that he's gonna hit the ball and get it to where it needs to go. 25 seconds on the clock, 0-3, St. Clair's still up 3. 20 seconds is a really, really hard amount of time to get 3 goals for McMaster. But like I said, even just one is helping the mental so much. So I really hope that they can find one just for their mental game. But the series is definitely not over. And just as I say it, RoboBuddy is going to get the shot there with a pass from Bomba. It's huge. 6 seconds left. It's winnable.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if it's a game-winning goal. You're gonna need like 2 back-to-back kickoffs right here, but that's good for the mental. You know, going into the next game, you might be able to carry that momentum, and know that you have a chance.
Absolutely. Like I always say, it's really important to at least get one on the board for your team, and it's just gonna be a hit down to the ground, and Saints get the first game against McMaster University.
Yeah, well played by the Saints there. Lots of good saves, lots of good goals here. So I'm just happy with their performance all around.
Absolutely. I mean, Spoods had 2 of the goals that game, which was really, really special. We saw in the first 18 seconds, Spoods scored, and that's just a really good start to get that momentum into the next game. So I'm hoping that they can bring it into this game, but McMaster did score 1, so it is clear that they are able to kind of get a leg up on St. Clair, but they just have to work maybe a little harder, change up a couple things, maybe play a little more aggressively, because the Saints roster is a very aggressive team. And as I say that, we are seeing the aggression, a lot of triple committing I've come to notice from McMaster, which is good if you score, but if you don't, you're kind of giving the other team a free goal, because those triple commits leaves nobody in defense, and you have to score. Spoods is just kind of mowing the lawn right now, absolutely just taking out, and Vesh, all of St. Clair are just mowing the lawn, taking out McMaster players, trying to play aggressively. 30 seconds down. Let's see what McMaster can do. Bomba's trying to get it past Nitrix, but Nitrix has a really good 50. Spoods taking it in the corner. He has a lot of boost to work with for this clear. He's going to fake the flip out there and give it to Vesh, but Bomba's there to stop it. Really good air control. He has the boost and the 50. Very good. Nitrix with a save, but Bomba was there with the pre-jump just to tap that into the net. A very, very good play from him.
He broke some ankles, or I guess axles, if it's
like
cars. So just weaved right past everybody and sunk that goal, and that was great from McMaster there.
That was really good, yeah. It's a lot different this game. You can tell McMaster is a little more comfortable. Maybe it was just first game nerves that game. Saints do have a lot of time, though, to answer back with another goal. Almost 4 minutes left in the game. There's a lot of time there. Spoods, a lot of boost in the tank, tries to get the pre-jump, and he does find it. Great defending, honestly. Pre-jumps are so hard because you just have to predict exactly where that person is sending that ball, and it seems a little impossible. Vesh just kind of having fun using whatever boost he has mid there. Spoods with a really good save, though, and all of the McMaster players are up again on the St. Clair side.
Oh.
Spoods going up for a double touch, is seeming like, but it is just going to be cleared out by Bomba there. A huge clear, because that was definitely in the net if he was not there. Some demos coming out. It's really, really, there's so many demos. I just love it, honestly.
It's lots of shots. Wow.
Another goal from Vesh with the assist from Spoods as well. That's really, really huge, honestly. That's really great with 3 minutes and 11 seconds. That's a really good start. Goal.
Yeah, it looks like we got a little bit more of a game on our hands here as opposed to the last game. It seems like McMaster has found out what works for them, and St. Clair, has keeping what's working. Not going too adventurous here, but looks like we got a triple commit, Riz. I say that. Keeping up the pressure on McMaster here. Vesh going to carry it down to the ground. Set up for Nitrix. They take a shot, but it's just going to barely miss. And Spood's going to try and keep up with the ball, play defense, carry it to his team, and pass it to Nitrix here. Up in the corner, he's going to go for a little bit of an air carry. Doesn't quite find it. He's going to tee it up for his team. Can someone take a shot? Not really, and it gets sent back into the corner here with Vesh to contest the shot. That
was a really good attempt from Spoods as well, picking up his corner boost. That's so important especially with boost control and being able to have the correct amount just to try to set it up for your teammate. But it was just cleared out a little bit. Spoods wasn't able to get the assist that he wanted there, but there's lots of time. It's 1-1, 2 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. This game could go either way. It's seeming pretty evenly matched right now, honestly.
Yeah, it's definitely more evenly matched than the last game here, but it looks like the Saints are trying to change this. Almost got a good goal there, but the goal is open and Mighty finds it. He finds the shot, securing a lead for McMaster University.
That was a really unfortunate miss as well for St. Clair.
Yeah,
It was so close from Spoods, but it was just a little too high. And I think the Saints maybe got a little too confident, a little too aggressive, and that triple commit, like I said earlier, can be your worst enemy if you don't score, because that leaves your net completely open for the other team. NECC trying to find a way to even it out. Lots of boost in the tank, trying to set it up for his team, but Bomba has been a very good defender so far in the 2 games that we've been watching. Spoods, a little bit of boost, goes for the flip, almost gets it, but RoboBuddy is there for the save. Vesh with the shot as well. So many shots coming out from St. Clair, so much happening. It's hard to keep up sometimes. Spoods, again, going up. It's just aggression after aggression after aggression. So many shots. They're just trying to find it. And that's exactly what Vesh does with the assist from Spoods. It's very good. Their aggression has paid off this time, but they might just... that kind of seemed like a bit of a pass from Bomba, maybe?
Yeah, he's flying in from off screen there.
He kind of just set him up. Either way, though, it's 2-2. 1 minute, 30 seconds on the clock. A lot of time for both teams to score. And honestly, that was really weird from Bomba. I don't know where he came from. He kind of just appeared from the heavens and hit it into Vesh, who essentially scored it.
I'm just surprised that Vesh saw that coming, too, to commit for the flying all the way downfield just to dunk it in there. That was great, because if you miss that, that's horrible. You're out of boost. You're out of everything there. But it looks like McMaster wants to take back the lead here. They're taking a lot of shots on the goal here. It's in the quarter, but they got a triple commit here. This might leave them open for the Saints to find something here. And with 1 minute remaining on the clock, tensions are heating up.
Absolutely. Tensions are heating up. With a minute left, 2-2, one of these teams has to score. And if they do, the other one has to bring it into OT. That's kind of the only way that it's looking right now. But as the time is going down, if no team score, it goes straight into OT, and it can go either way. Obviously, neither of the teams want that to happen. Nobody wants to play in overtime, but if they have to, they will. Bomba trying to set up his teammate, trying to get a bump on a NECC there, but he just scoots past Spoods, sadly getting demoed there when it looked like he had so much control. Vesh with really good air control, trying to get the pass to NECC, but he's just not going to get it. And poor NECC is going to get demoed as well. The demos just seem to be going back and forth. Bomba almost with a shot, but Spoods with the save there. McMaster's playing really, really aggressively. RoboBuddy trying to see what he can do, bring it into the corner, trying to pass it to his teammate. Spoods is going to try to clear that out, though, send it mid. And honestly, the Saints are just going to let it touch the ground and bring it into overtime.
Yeah, here we are in our first overtime for Rocket League here, this early into the couple of games we got going here. And that is something that has been happening on our game days here today. Sometimes there's a little bit of a stream delay if we're going to pull back the curtain a little bit. So sometimes a little bit of a mistake will happen, and then we won't catch the end of the game. But it's unfortunate. But we do have another great thing about game day. You know, it's good and bad. We have Valorant Varsity.
We have another one.
Yeah,
Yay!
here we are. We're in pistol round here. It looks like Seth has the bomb. He's alone on site. He has 2 to contend with, and with a sliver of health left, it's not looking great. He has a ghost. It looks like one's coming from heaven sight, from top side. He sees one. He goes for the shot, but gets flashed out, and Predsu is going to get the kill. And here we are. Look how many games we got going here. There's a McMaster game there. Right back where we were. We're only a minute into the overtime here.
Yeah, we haven't really missed much. It's OT. It's happening. We know it was 2-2. Maybe we'll get here just in time to see a goal from Spoods, but it is going to be saved out by 2 defenders. A very, very big demo there, leaving it open for Vesh, or so we think, as Bomba comes back. He's kind of been the saving grace for McMaster on defense. He's always been there for those clears, and that's really, really big for this team. Vesh trying to play aggressively. Saints just don't want to make a mistake, which is why these teams try to play aggressively, but they don't all the way, because nobody wants to make this mistake in OT, because that's it. If you make the mistake, you're scored on. That's the game. Vesh trying to clear it out to Spoods, who is going to get that really good air control, but he's just going to run out of boost there.
Yeah, it's a very even overtime here. We're running on 2 minutes here. And Vesh trying to carry it over the team to the field here, but McMaster seemingly has abandoned their 3 triple push strat here. But looks like they overextended ever so slightly, but just missed the goal from Vesh. Wow. It's a very even game here, back and forth all the way. Both teams taking very good shots on each other here. But RoboBuddy playing the defense, and he can't find it, and Nitrix secures the goal there. Wow.
A huge bump from him as well. Oh my goodness, that just really opened it up. That's poor RoboBuddy. I'm sorry that happened to you. He's just gone. There's just no way you can save that. It's all just, the game's over. Nitrix did a very, very good job with that bump as well. Going to Valorant though, there is a lot happening on the screen right now.
Yeah.
It is, the Saints seem to be up 3-0 as we just saw against Ottawa, which is huge. We just saw a big, big clutch from, I think, Scrubby on Astra. Yes, we did.
Looks like they're taking people out over on the side of Columbia College as well. It looks like they also have a 2-0 lead. So looks like things are going great in Valorant right now.
For both teams,
For both of our St. Clair teams, yeah. Looks like we're getting an early op here also, which is an interesting pick from the Ottawa Braves. You know, if you're down 3 points, I don't know if you'd buy the op this early, especially if you're out of tech, but we'll see if they make it work.
That is what they do, yeah. Sometimes you just have to force that a little, maybe just try to, an ego is not great, but sometimes it's good to have, especially if you're buying an op. You need to have that ego with it, because if you don't, it's not going to go great. We see a couple kills from the Saints Academy there. We have Jello on the sky as well, just healing up his team. 3v2 in that game. It's looking pretty good for Saints.
1v3. It's looking very good for Saints.
Yeah.
It's all down to Android on the side of Ottawa Braves. He has a good gun, so he could potentially make something happen here. He does have his ultimate as well.
The ultimate is big, but he doesn't have any satchels to go with it. So if he uses that ultimate, it might be a bit of a waste on it. Many Saints holding the cross there. The dog's coming out from the sky. It's not going to reach him, but another star coming out from Scrubby on the Astra there. Android is kind of just figuring out what to do. He's going to go around a top site. He has time, but he just has to single out these players, which I don't know if they're going to let him do, because they're all holding each other's cross, which is big. The jump peek coming out. They know exactly where he is. He's going to try to go back to stairs, but he's running out of time. He might honestly just choose to save this Vandal. Yeah, and that's exactly what everybody's going to do. They're just going to let the bomb go off and save whatever guns they have.
It's a smart decision when you're this early and also down points. You don't want to, you spent all the money you got from losing. You don't want to lose it. Try and play, because one rifle makes them have to play totally differently when you're walking into the attack here. If you go back to Rocket League, look at Spoods evening the scoreline there.
Wow, yeah. Once again, Spoods with an opening goal as well. That's really, really big for them. It is 1-1 though, which is, that means McMaster got the first goal in, I believe, which is kind of a new start for McMaster, especially considering the first game. It might just be a little turned around. With 3.5 minutes, Saints Green is looking pretty good, but as I say that, McMaster is going to get a goal from RoboBuddy as well.
It seemed like the past few matches of Rocket League, the scores were so hard to get. Now they seem like they're just coming one after another just so easily. Both teams going full offense, you know, sacrificing a little bit of defense. You can tell that they're getting a little bit tired of playing it so safe.
Absolutely. And I mean, playing it safe can only be so fun for so long. You have to just have a little bit of fun with it, get a little aggressive, just like Vesh is doing, getting it past 2 defenders. Nitrix trying to find it. A lot of the Saints were up there. Nitrix is going to try to pre-jump this, but he's just not going to find it. RoboBuddy tries to go for the bump on a Vesh, but Vesh is going to dodge it and get the save from that goal. Vesh kind of just bumping Nitrix, saying, I'm going to try to score this. And it might have worked against them a little bit. Spoods trying to carry the team a little bit after that mishap, keeping it on the blue side, which is huge, being able to keep that aggression, especially when both your teammates are kind of just in the mid.
Yeah, all good. It's looking very, very good here. But the Saints just can't manage to find an opening here. The defense from McMaster University is very, very strong. But Nitrix also playing a very good defense, but it's getting stolen here. It's in the corner. Vesh needs to get out of their zone here. It's looking pretty dangerous here if you're the Saints. Want to try and send it back down the field towards McMaster. Try and tee yourselves up for a goal. Bash going in the air, going to get a little bit of a contention here. Robo Boy going to try and get it out of the corner, get it onto the other side here, and maybe find something for his team. He's going very slowly. He finds an opening, but it gets defended from Vesh, and Bamba also playing very good. It's such an evenly matched game here in Rocket League. The Saints just need to close out one goal within the next 2 minutes, but it's going to be hard with how well McMaster University is playing.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of shots coming out from McMaster that are very different from what we saw the first game. There's a little more confidence there, as well as with Spoods with 2 goals in this game. In fact, the only 2 goals for St. Clair are his. That was a beautiful solo play with the air dribble onto the wall and the double touch. That's so hard to save. We saw McMaster try to save it, but they just couldn't get it in time. That was a beautiful play from Spoods to tie up the game with 1:50 seconds. The amount of times I say it, this can go either way, because it really can.
Yeah, this when it comes down to this scoreline this time, it can go either way, but based on the past few games, we're expecting it to go towards the Saints. You know, they do manage to close it out every time, clutch it up, even in the overtime. But we might be looking at another overtime here today, as McMaster has such a good defense. It's going to be tough to get anything past them. Vesh going back for some boosts, playing the defense. Spoods trying to keep setting up for a play here. Vesh going to go for a little bit of a weird goal there, but not going to find it. This gets sent back by McMaster off the backboard, but gets defended out. McMaster as well. Their defense game is so good, and 1 minute left on the clock. I don't know who's going to win this one.
Both teams are clearly very strong defenders. Everybody has somebody who's there usually, unless a team is triple committing, but we haven't really seen any triple commits. I think they've kind of learned from that. Vesh with a really good flip reset, and Spoods with the demo that is going to perfectly just set up that shot, open that net for Vesh. That was a huge goal for the Saints. Spoods, just a perfect bump as well. If he was not there, that would have very likely been saved from Vesh.
Yeah, that was well played all around from St. Clair College green team there. And now, 40 seconds, and you have the lead. You're probably thinking you're in the safe spot, but you don't want to let your guard down against McMaster University. They've shown that they are a strong force and not to be trifled with. But NECC going for another goal here, and Bamba going to try and even up the score, because they need to even it up for the next 20 seconds, or else that is it. That is the series taken home for St. Clair College green. There it is. Keeping up the pressure, but now, just like that, it's being sent down towards the Saints. And with 10 seconds left on the clock, will the Saints get another goal? It looks like they do. And that, with 7 seconds left, I would say is probably going to secure the game and the series for St. Clair College green.
That definitely does kind of lock in the series for St. Clair. A 3-0 series is a really good series for them, honestly. I don't know if anybody could have predicted a 3-0. I try not to predict 3-0s myself. Always try to give the other team some credit, and I have to give credit to McMaster because they have played very well. They've shown such strong defense this game. Bamba trying to keep it up, just having a little bit of fun, but the series is definitely for St. Clair. A good goal from Bamba there, but it's 0 seconds, and that is GG. A very good fight put up by McMaster, though. They played very well. I think the Saints were just a little bit more, maybe advanced.
Yeah, that was well played all around. Each game ever so close, but you know what game's not close? Our Academy VALORANT game. It is looking very good for the Saints. 7-point lead already.
That's pretty huge, honestly. That's a very strong and comfortable lead. Lots of util, lots of guns. You don't really have to worry about saving, honestly. 7-0 is massive for this team. But we do see Ottawa having to save a little bit for some of the players. They only have a few rifles to work with, and I'm hoping they can pick up a round. It's always nice to have that. Scrubby, though, is going to be faking a couple smokes on C. He knows there's a few players there. They seem to be playing a little more default this time, though. A couple players going B, a couple going A. Everybody's trying to get information wherever they can.
And we're going to see the Brim all come out from the Ottawa Braves here as the Saints make their push on the site onto A site here. And they have a lot of ults, they have a lot of guns to play with, but a little bit of a closer game going on here is the 1 versus Columbia College v St. Clair. St. Clair does have the ults, does have the 2-point lead, but I think Columbia College is coming off from a 2-point advantage here. Or last 2 rounds they won. So it could be turned around right here because 3-4 not looking as bad as 5-2. And there's Chillin finding 1 against the Ottawa Braves. And it's 5v2. So I think that round is pretty much well and done.
It's not completely okay. It's yeah. A 1v5 is pretty hard. Is that a 4K from Chillin as well? I think if I saw that correctly, he might be on for the A's. As I say that, the Alted Chamber does find 1 kill, but he's kind of, yeah, he's just gonna get swung by Scrubby and kind of locked down. I guess that round was already won. As we saw, 1v5 is really, really tough. Back to the varsity game though, 2-4 is a lot closer than our academy game.
Yeah, this you can't let up on the gas. You gotta keep giving it your all. You know, you want to secure a big lead, but with Caillou getting the pick early and very accurately there, it's looking pretty good. They have the spike down. All they have to play is defense. Instinct gonna blast pack onto the back of the site here and watch Heaven hopefully through the smoke. It looks like Predzu gonna try and push on the site there, but Giza gonna get the double kill and Instinct gonna find the last one. That is...
I believe that was also a save round, I think, from Columbia. So that is already really, really difficult to win, and Saints played it as perfectly as they could. Their site control was very quick and very powerful.
Yes, that was very, very well played. But you know what else is powerful? Our streaming team. We have lots of individual streams as well. We have if you want to just watch our Academy game here today, we have Saints Academy CA. If you just want to watch that stream, you know, no casters, just pure gameplay. And then we also have Saints Gaming CA2. If you just want the varsity game and the Academy team playing very, very well. It's again a 1v5. They have an 8-point lead already. It's all down to Android once again. Spike down. Only a sheriff in hand. He doesn't have much to play with, but we're going to see the dog being played with here by Caillou on the side of the varsity team. They won the last round, and they do have a lead here. Looks like someone found 1 with the Raze ult. Nate's going to come out. Going to blast pack onto the back of the site, send out the boom bot. He gets picked out, and he finds 1 Heaven. The Saints are picking them 1 by 1, but it's a 2v1. It's not unwinnable for Columbia College here if he plays his cards right.
I mean, the blind coming out from Caillou there isn't going to catch Legend. He's trying to push out through the smoke, but he's not exactly looking in the right direction. And Caillou is going to secure that kill and get the plant down for just a little bit more income for his team.
Both Saints teams playing very, very well right now. And if you're the enemy team, you gotta be thinking, when do we take our pause, you know?
Absolutely.
If I was the Ottawa Braves, I would have taken the pause already, you know, a 9-point lead. That's really tough to come back from. You really want to try and break up the momentum there any way you can. And on the side of Columbia College, they're about the same amount of rounds in, but with only 2 rounds winning. Not as bad, but 6-2. You're going to want to start winning some rounds here soon.
And Caillou is going to try to flash his team into sight. I don't know if they know about Carnage on the KJ playing Elbow. As I say that, though, Instinct is going to get a good kill, Heaven. Elbow is still controlled by the KJ, though, only with a Sheriff, so she is just going to try her best there, but it's just not going to happen. Another Sheriff from Legend. He's going to get swung out, and Seth is going to get the kill onto him. Smiley getting the plant down. Really good site control again from the Saints. Their attack is very good, and their ability to control and retake is huge. I don't know if Seth knows about the Sky Heaven.
Oh, now he does.
The Raze Heaven, excuse me. And Instinct is going to save him there from that Raze, which is huge.
So I was going in.
A big blind coming up from Smiley, but a little bit of a whiff maybe. The counter strafing from the Sky is just a little too powerful. Utility is just being dumped. There might just be bullying going on for this poor Sky. And she is going to get another kill though, which is pretty good for the stats, but Instinct with the 3K is going to finish it off.
Yeah, that was that was a little bit of a crazy. You always got to check your corners, even if you're winning, which he did, but a little bit too late, and he got picked out there.
Absolutely.
But that exposed the position anyways and secured the win for St. Clair College, taking this to a 7-2 lead. But now, that was a save round from Columbia College, if I'm not mistaken here.
Yes.
And now they're whipping out the rifles, and they have the ults to play with as well. So this is really the deciding round to see if they can bring us to 7-3 and try and carry the momentum further into the game. I got hit directly with the blast pack there. And Predzu gonna hold the tight corner here near ropes.
Wow, already though, the Saints have ramp control, which I'm not sure if Columbia know. There's already 2 Saints holding that. Getting swung though, Caillou is gonna get picked by Predu. Instinct gets the trade, but Legend also trades it back. A lot happening on ramps. It's a little scary that ramps was given up so quickly by Columbia. That's so big to have that control, and they just gave it up a little bit too fast.
Yeah, they played it very, very well, though, even giving up that ramp. It seemed like they wanted them to have that little false sense of security there, because they managed to take a little bit of an early life lead here, 4v3. They're looking pretty good with 3 ults to play with. We're going to see the Sky ult come out here. The Snake Bite going to prevent their push a little even further here. And there we see the Killjoy ult come online. See the Breach ult, try and push back any attack here. And it looks like they're looking to destroy the Killjoy turret. And that wasn't going to work. They pushed in a little too hard there. And Columbia College finally winning a round, and hopefully they carry that momentum further. But going to Academy here.
Speaking of momentum. Wow.
It's 2v2.
That's pretty big. It's looking promising for Ottawa. They're in a 2v1.
It's a 1v2. And there's the showstopper from Ottawa Braves. And they have won a round.
Wow.
Here we go.
After
this is what you need. It's 11 to 1. Not looking great. A little too many ones on the board here. They're just having fun. They're
Flo
celebrating their
is
victory.
hitting the gritty on the spike, as some call it. That's pretty funny from him. Shooting bodies, though, is very interesting. The toxicity already coming out. That's very interesting when it's a 1-11 game.
But speaking of 1-11 games, this is our 11th round here. We'll see who takes it. Calvin watching B Heaven, watching middle as well, trying to prevent any push here. But it looks like Saints are going to have mid control very, very soon, as Caillou also has Sky ult online. Instinct pushing into the window here. Sky ult comes out. He's going to block a couple bullets, but they get blinded out from behind there. And Calvin going to wait on site with his teammate, so he's in a pretty good spot as well. The Saints need to find some way to push on site. It looks like they're going for a bit of a B push here.
And Heaven Control is seemingly theirs. I don't know if they know about this Viper at the top. Instinct is going to spot out one play in default. I don't think they know about Calvin, though. Huge play coming out from him. He's going to get a pick there, but being pushed by almost all of the Saints there, it's not exactly the most winnable. The flash is coming out backside, but it's not going to get the Sky. But Giza is going to be able to get there and trade out Caillou for Jeremy. Smiley getting another good kill onto Heaven, but Legend, though, with a really good shot onto Giza in the 1v2. Smiley is low. This is winnable. Legend just has to play it right. Both these players are going to swing together. He doesn't know that he's there. He checks backside. The fake TP coming out, the shorty from Seth is going to get that kill, but that looked a little too close, honestly. In a 1v3, he brought it down to a 1v1. That was a very, very good attempt from him.
That was a very, very good attempt. But on the side of Ottawa Braves, they did win the last round there, bring it to 1-11, but it looks like St. Clair won the next round right back, and here we are, probably going to be match point here.
Yeah, I mean, 112 is super, super comfortable for St. Clair. Like, if not the most comfortable they could be, it's pretty big. I mean, and it seems that Ottawa might be saving? No, okay, all right, that's new meta, my bad.
Money.
Yeah, I don't know if there's enough funds for both teams. It is a 4v4, though. Android on the site. Wingman is planting as well for this team. Skyflash coming out isn't going to find anybody. A lot of players pushing top site though. The dog is coming out from the sky. Canadian is going to hop onto site, chilling with a really, really good kill.
Wow.
Scrubby as well, chilling with another headshot. And it's all down to Flo trying to save this game in the 1v4. It's not losable, honestly. A very good shot onto Scrubby.
Oh, wow.
But Canadian is going to kill him and finish this off. I mean, 13-1 game. That's very, very comfortable for St. Clair Academy.
Yeah, very, very comfortable for the Saints. It's hard to win any more than that. You know, a 13-1 lead. The only thing better than that is 13-0. But, you know, they played well. They won a round. You know, they're not out of it forever. Maybe they're just... That was good for the mental. Maybe that's just a bad map. So we'll see in the next coming games how that pans out. But going back to Columbia College versus St. Clair College, it's a little bit more close here. As we see, it gets taken to 8-4 in the last round. And I think the Columbia College was on defense there. So maybe they're more an attacking sided team.
Absolutely. I mean, sometimes some players are it's very clear that they are very strong on one side. So it's just about making it to the next, I guess. But we see Saints picked up a lot of rounds in a row on Columbia. So this game 4-8 isn't too uncomfortable for either team. It's still winnable if you're on the side of Columbia College. You just might have to play a little more differently. Saying that though, pistol round, I think kind of winning that is very, very comfortable for your team. Everybody loves to win pistol round, and it kind of makes, I guess, a walkway into the next rounds because you're able to buy more, you're able to do more, you have that confidence with that round. The one-way smoke, though, from Seth, he's going to get that turret out, trying to play a little more aggressively, holding Garage here. He is going to let it go. He doesn't want to be peeked by too many people. Carnage trying to watch this rotate, but nobody is going to be going through Garage there. It's seeming like Columbia still wants to push Garage, though. Legend with the spike, giving it to the KJ. He's going to TP past. The blind's coming out. It's not going to blind anybody but Legend, actually, the one on the team. Seth just with the quick peeks, trying to get intel. He's just going to... Both of them were just jump peeking, honestly. They seem to have really bad timing with each other.
Columbia College taking it very, very slowly, very, very methodically. It looks like they're going mid, and he gets found out by Caillou. And I think the Saints are going to rotate to all try and close off any sense of a mid push here. It looks like Columbia College has sent one to rotate over to A here. I don't think that person has to spike, though, but they're all going to go try and meet him. Now that the Saints think it's fully B, they saw the Skydog, and now A is completely free for the Saints. I mean, for Columbia College to just come down and plant. What a play. What strats coming out on pistol round already. The Saints scrambling to get to A as Columbia College just gets full site control.
Caillou, though, with a good kill onto that Sky, like you said, who used the dog to make Saints think that it was a B push while the whole team was rotating to A. That's a really, really good plan. And now it's just about Saints playing retake and being able to give themselves enough time to defuse that spike.
They just need enough time, but with Legend taking out the one they sent in, it's not looking great for Columbia College. With Seth getting a triple kill, closing out the round and bringing it to 9-4.
Beautiful retake as well. Fast enough. Everybody wants to retake as fast as they can, and Saints were absolutely hauling it to A, and they made it there in time and got really good kills. Seth had a very, very good round. He's 18-7 right now, which is huge, especially on the Omen. That's really, really important. And I think both teams are showing a lot of promise right now. Caillou is just, he's acting a little bit like a Neon player, honestly. He's just jumping around using ropes. He's just, yeah, he's flexing his new knife as well, just on the ropes there, having a little bit of fun with some time to do that. But it's time to lock in a little bit more now. Both teams are going to be doing a little bit of a default push, a couple pushing A, a couple pushing B, so the Saints don't know exactly where they are. But a lot of, if not all of the Saints are very close to mid right now. Everybody is kind of just staying in the middle of the map, seeing what they can hear, what they can find out. Carnage taking a little bit of damage, having to back off. Caillou showing some aggression mid and not giving that to him.
Yeah, well played by the Saints there. Managed to find one out and bring him down to pretty much one bullet here. And Caillou gonna hold the close corner. There's a tripwire there. Do they know? Do they see it? Are they gonna take it out and alert Caillou that they're there? And Seth just holding down B. A little bit of a split push from every single angle from the side of Columbia College, but Caillou's down on the ropes. They probably think he rotated. They're trying to hope, pray that he did. Here's one tunnel there, takes him out, takes out two there, but Predzu gonna take out Caillou there and clean up the last kill.
Two very good kills there from Caillou as well. Almost gets the third. He gets the headshot onto the opponent, but it's just not enough damage because of that Spectre and the shields. Instinct is gonna get a kill there onto the Rays for Columbia. 2v4. Columbia can win this. Their sky is very, very low, though. The jump peak's coming out from Smiley. There's another one playing with him, and they are just going to give up Heaven. 13 seconds. Columbia has to get a plant down with at least 4 seconds left. So St. Clair is a little more comfortable with giving them that control, only because they know that they have to rush, essentially. Columbia has to try to get there and get that spike down. 4-10 for St. Clair. It's looking very good for them this game.
It's looking great for them. 4-10. You know, what can you ask for other than like 13-1? Lose a pistol round in the beginning, that's bound to happen. But played very, very well. But here we are back with the Academy game against the Ottawa Braves. We've yet to start the first pistol round, so maybe here on Breeze, we haven't seen this map in a while, things will look different for Ottawa Braves.
There are a lot of changes to Breeze as well. A lot of people have complained. Some people say it's good. Everybody has their own opinions on it. But New Breeze is a very strong map, obviously, and it was chosen by one of these teams to play. Chillin', kind of getting abused through the smoke there, but he's just going to make it out alive. A lot of shots just coming out, trying to get intel, trying to get these smokes down. Mid control's huge. Chillin' on the Yoru is also massive. He is just going to miss a few shots on the blinded player there, but his team is there to help him out and say, hey, it's okay, we got you. And everybody's just swinging one person at a time. It's huge. They're swinging with 3 people at a time. It's so hard to win that when you're the defender.
Predzu, though, going for the double blast pack, playing very, very aggro. Instinct holding the line there on ramp, but that's not enough as they just flood onto A main here, and they take a gunfight with Smiley, who somehow wins it, and it looks like someone came from above, from heaven there, and helped him out, and it's all down to Legend here with the Vandal. Finds one, though, turning this to a 1v3. Does he find another? He's going to TP back on the site here, back to ropes. Try to lure one out with his noise. He decides, you know what? I'm just going to rotate. He rotates all the way over to B, but maybe he's going to play some tricky tricks and rotate through sewers back to A, but with less than 10 seconds left, it's not looking great for Columbia College. But it's looking pretty good for St. Clair College on the side of Academy.
I'm so sorry, but I just watched Scrubby get the weirdest kill I've ever seen. He just jumped around the pyramid and got the kill. I don't really know if anybody saw that, but that's not really supposed to happen. Running guns are not supposed to be a thing, but Scrubby just absolutely sent it around this corner, jumped, and got the kill. With the 1v1, though, that Jello is in against this stage, he's just going to keep jump peeking. Does he know he's getting swung? He does. He's just going to swing out, try to get the headshot, but he's not going to get it. Lightning is going to be there to pick that up on him. Deciding to take a little bit of time, though. I mean, he does have the defuse, but he just decided to wait a little extra, just some more time, even though he's okay. Yeah, make the team sweat a little, I guess. Be like, oh no, am I going to do it? Yeah, he's going to do it. I do that in comp sometimes, and my teammates hate me for it, but I'm sure his team knows him well enough to know that he would not throw around like that.
Definitely after the last game, you want to take any win you can get, and that's great. They won pistol. They might be able to carry this momentum way farther into the game than they had in the last game that St. Clair played them against. But Columbia College putting up a good fight here. Pushed all the way up to heaven, but gonna get found out by the Rays. And Smiley just holding backside here. Back heaven. I think he knows they're there. He's going for a little bit of a concussion. Waiting to see if he peeks one. Gonna get flushed out by the nade though. And then now he might make his push. But Instinct holding B heaven very well. Looks like most of the Saints are on B. They're going to have to rotate over to A now as the aggression amps up from Columbia College, but it is a 3v5. Make that a 2v5 as Instinct finds one in the ropes. The bomb is down. It's not looking great. And there's the showstopper. He wants to get out of the ropes right away. Look at him run away from that.
He is running for his life,
He's
literally.
gone. Look how far he is.
I know, that ult is so scary. I would be all the way on bind if I was him. I would not even be on the map. I'd be so scared.
Wow.
With a really good shot, though, onto Smiley. Not all is lost. All is lost. Instinct with a really good kill onto the sky as well. That ult is just so scary. I know you want to get Spike, but Germsy was just like, it's not worth it. I don't need it that bad. It's okay. You can keep it. It's yours.
Yeah, definitely, but if he did get that kill, that would have given him ult charge for this game, so you never want to give up, especially when you're on the back foot here, having St. Clair College at match point. But they do have the rifles, and they do have Omen ult to play with, and the Saints don't have any ults to play with, so we could see this game go a little bit longer here if Columbia College plays their cards right.
Absolutely. I mean, 4-12 is a very scary scoreline, especially if you're Columbia. But like I've said before, I've come back from worse. I haven't, but I've come back from worse. You know, like, you have to say it. Matthias has come back from worse.
I believe I have.
Somebody at some point in their life has come back from worse. I think that's definitely possible. It's a possible win, but Columbia just has to try maybe a little harder, play a little more aggressively, take this control, get that control, just like they're doing on Heaven. A blind coming out from Smiley, though, but Germsy is going to get that kill onto him. And another kill onto Caillou as well. Very big. Instinct trying to hold down the site, very low on HP, but he does have Seth with him to peek Heaven. Seth with a good kill onto Jeremy as well. And it's going to be up to Legend in the 1v3.
Wow, 1v1.
And he gets it down to a 1v1.
Yeah, Spike and ult to play with, so we could actually see Columbia College winning this round here as it all comes down to Cypher. Legend gonna TP back to site, watch the B main push, but Giza gonna take it very slowly. Doesn't want to alert him to his presence. I think he knows where he is now. He's gonna go for the fake defuse, try and get him to rotate back over because he has to. This is the last round. You don't want to play any games. And Giza finds him picking up the gun. That is unfortunate. And that is St. Clair College Varsity taking home their first game for today against Columbia College.
Very well played from Giza, too. I mean, a very good attempt from Legend, but Giza played that very well with the cage. Making that attacker push is so important. Making Legend push that, making him shoot. He doesn't know exactly where he is, so he has to shoot, and that's exactly where the Cypher capitalizes off that. It's very big. Going back to Academy, though, Ottawa is up 3-0 in this game, which is very different from the last one. It's seeming a little, I guess, opposite. It's very interesting. I mean, chillin' on the Yoru is also kind of new, I guess. Seeing people play Yoru is a very interesting pick, but I live for it. I live for these interesting picks that people make, and I love to see what they do with him. He does have a shorty, though, so I don't really... is he going to TP and try to get the shorty kill? It's a save round, so I guess he's going to try to see what he can do. But that's the only thing that I can think of as to why a Yoru would have a shorty.
Pushing A here, it's going to be tough to use that shorty without a little bit of trickery. And Lightning holding down the fort here. He has an op on round 3. Wow. Very confident, and he's playing very close with this op as well. Android trying to cover him there. He's going to find one. Get the absorption there. That's Reyna health is going to be very useful. It looks like they're watching along. Spike is down, but I don't think many people are there to defend it. All they have is a Marshall to really play with.
There's 2 ops. Chamber has an op too. 2 ops on the side of Ottawa? Already?
It's working.
I mean, it is. That's terrifying. 2 ops and playing so close as well, like Legend was. He was right around the corner with that op. That's a little scary, but I mean, it worked out for them. 4-0. I mean, it was a save round for St. Clair, so maybe St. Clair can find just a little bit more with these rifles, take a little more space, but they're definitely on the back foot.
Yeah, definitely. They are... they now can buy, you know, because of that save round, so we'll see what they got, but 4-0, it's not great, especially after such a decisive victory you had in the last game, 13-1. Getting a 4-0 sweep this early into the game is seems like it wasn't even a possibility, but Ottawa Braves seem to have collected themselves and are playing at their best right now. And St. Clair needs to see if they can make something work. They have 2 ults to play with, but they're playing against Knives and Reyna ult, so it is going to be tough. Looks like the Saints are going for a little bit of a split push here mid. And it looks like one of the Ottawa Braves there, the Sage, is going for the ultimate flank, but Dinger going to get taken out by Chillin. And Lightning taking it slow and steady with the op. Finds one backside and he finds the pick. And Canadian also not going to Lightning not going to manage to hit that second shot. Get a little bit panicked there, and Canadian going to pick up the op, I think.
I have to assume he's going to pick up that up, and that was a really good trade from him as well, just to capitalize off of that. Canadian with another kill though, onto Ravage. Android gets the trade, but Scrubby is there to trade off again. There's just a bunch of trades in the 1v3 though. Flo has time. Spike was just planted. He just has to pick off 3 Saints. That can't be too hard, right?
Does have blades. You have Blade Storm to play with if he needs it, but with the Vandal in hand, you might want to just keep it in your back pocket. He gets flashed out by the Yoru clone there. And he's trying to bait someone out to challenge him into a gunfight. He finds one, gets blinded though. He's spraying back off, and with time ticking down, I don't think he really has a chance. The Yoru TP, I think, has confused him a little bit. He saw shots coming from the end, but they're behind him now with that great TP. And well played by Scrubby, finding the last pick of the game. Finally getting St. Clair their first point into the game. Once they have those good rifles, they know how to use them.
Absolutely, and I mean, the side control was very different as well this time. I think this Sage going for the flank with the op, I don't think Ottawa is going to try that again, because although it did get them the pick, that Sage is really, really important for this team. So I'm not sure that was the best idea to send a Sage with an op for the flank. Like I said, she did get a pick, but immediately traded off by Canadian might have been just like a little too aggressive from Ottawa.
A little bit of aggressive play for an op especially. And Chillin gonna find that pick out of the gate. And Scrubby gonna find another pick. This is once they have these rifles in hand, it's looking more and more like the last match. But Dinger gonna find a pick in retaliation, and Lightning with the Spectre gonna try and play backside of A here. And the Cypher ult's gonna come out and reveal the last player, Ravage. He's all the way on B. They know they can plant now. Gonna get revealed once. And he has his work cut out for him here. He has a Vandal to play with though, but not for long as the Saints bring this to 2-4.
A good shot from Jello as well. I mean, that Cypher ult is, I don't know, just gives you so much space, especially knowing that the player is so far away and has so many steps to take to come see you. They kind of just pushed mid. They were like, okay, he's ours. Let's peek him.
Yep.
Which is, it works for them. And I mean, having that confidence in a peak is so huge. And I think that's what St. Clair had that round. Maybe it's not what they have every round. And I think that's where they lose rounds, because missing this confidence, it kind of destroys the team. You need to have that. You need to know, or at least believe, that you are able to hit these shots and you're able to take this control. You just have to think you're the best.
Definitely, you have to go in with that confidence. Which Android is going in with the double kill right out the gate. Lightning trying to sport him there with the slow, and Android gets out scot-free.
With a triple as well, a 3rd kill.
Wow.
That's pretty big.
Big kills are coming out, but Lightning gonna get taken out by Canadian as he got a little overconfident there and started to push them into the tunnels there. But Canadian has now contested with 3 people running him down. He tries to get out, but he gets taken out by Android with the 4K. We might see an ace for the first time here, and especially from the Ottawa Braves is much to be unexpected. Android challenging. He knows where the plant is. He wants that ace, and I think his team is going to try and set him up for it. It's all down to New Bennett to hold the line there, and Android gets the ace. Wow! From a team that went 13-1, they have now taken the lead by 3 rounds and getting the first ace in the series.
That's pretty big. I don't know, like, I don't know what happened. Android just, I guess he locked in for a round and got that ace. That's good. Popping off is always nice. We do have Saints Gold though playing now against the University of Missouri. in this game, we haven't missed much, guys. Don't worry. It's only been 25 seconds. I promise we've missed
goals.
nothing. Absolutely nothing has been missed. Rocket League is always really exciting, though. Like we talked about earlier, I believe Kipper is playing instead of Eris this game. So it might be a little different to watch, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, we'll see if this change on the roster translates to a change in gameplay style, but Kipper looking for a little bit of a setup there for himself, but he can't find it. Christian can carry it back to the corner. Carry it down towards the goal, a little bit of an air carry there. Doesn't quite find it, hits the backboard, but it looks like Kipper saw the opening thread and dunked it in there, securing St. Clair College Gold with their first goal in this series.
A good start from him, too. I mean, we talked about if he'd be able to fill the shoes of Eris, and that has to be scary for a player, and there must be a lot of pressure on you, but Kipper has shown that already with the first goal for his team, with an assist, of course. The whole team worked very, very well for that goal. But 1-0, 4 minutes-ish. A lot of bumps already coming out, though, from Frosky. That was a little aggressive. We're already, once again, seeing aggression coming out from both teams. It's very, very big. Ramen trying to see what he can do, trying to get the pass, but he just doesn't have the boost for it. Kipper trying to get back, trying to get any bumps that he can, but he's not going to be able to find it. Both teams are kind of starting to starve each other for a boost. Everybody's just trying to take it away. Ramen with really good aggression, trying to get it onto the side of Missouri, but just not finding it. Kipper with a really good pass, though, to Christian, but it's just a little bit too wide, although it would have been saved anyways. Everybody on Saints are playing very, very aggressively, and it's very fun to watch.
And the net is wide open, so Missouri could probably take a goal here, but with how aggressive they're playing, they might not be able to, with Kipper getting the demo and Ramen taking a shot on the goal. Young Johnny's going to try and get out of this chaos and find a goal for their own team, but it's unable to find it as it is in the corner here. Christian carry it down lane. The net's wide open on the side of Missouri, but looks like Young Johnny's going to find it there.
Already the aggression, though, like the Saints are just trying to get these demos, trying to get these bumps, trying to make the space for their team is so, so important. Ramen with another one and another one. Kipper going up for it, just almost, I think, kind of passing it into his teammate on accident, but luckily Christian is there to get that save. Kipper trying to clear it out. Ramen trying to clear it as well, almost passes it to Frosky, but he is able to just clear it into that corner, get enough control. Big Wheel trying to bring it back to his teammate to get it back onto the Saints side, get some boost. Kipper, though, is going to be there with a little bit of boost in the tank, trying to get that pass, but he's going to decide to give it up. Big Wheel getting it past one defender, which is really, really big. Frosky with this really good control, getting it past a lot of defenders, honestly. Missouri is showing a lot of promise with this attacking, and getting it past these defenders is huge. They're showing a lot of promise there.
Big Wheel trying to find something for his team, with St. Clair just carrying this one goal very, very far here. They're looking to make it two as Ramen tries to set up for his team, but gets sent all the way down to Kipper there, and he manages to sink it in. Well played. Look at that setup.
Yes, a very good pass from Christian off the wall. Ramen with the bumps, and Kipper just slots it, honestly, right into the top left, which is huge. Very good shot placement, and his whole team is there to help him as well. Everybody on the Saints roster was doing something so, so important for that goal, and I think that's really big. But that is a triple commit that was involved. So, I mean, if triple committing works for you, do it, but all it takes is one mess up for it to be in your net. So triple committing is a little scary, but Kipper with a demo and another goal. That's a hat trick for Kipper as well.
Wow.
He must be feeling good. I mean, a hat trick, and we haven't really seen him. That's really big for him, and he should be very proud of himself. That's a huge start.
It's a great start, especially from someone who just got switched onto the roster here. He's here to prove himself, and he's proving himself very, very well here. And it looks like they're going for another aggressive play. Might turn into another goal, but Frosky gonna get it out there into the corner there. But they're not gonna let up off the gas here, as there's 1 minute remaining left on the clock. St. Clair College Gold with a 3 lead against University of Missouri. And there we are. Actually, it's just a 2 lead now, as Big Wheel finds a very good shot on the goal here.
It's looking a little more winnable for University of Missouri now. I mean, that's a really big goal, and using that momentum to get a couple more in this game is very, very important for Missouri here. But I mean, the Saints roster are showing very, very good defense. And as I say that, Raman is just going to be there for the save. I just had to make sure he had it before I said anything. And along with that, he is going to get a goal with the assist from Christian as well. I think Christian went for a little bit of a fake there. He did, yes. So the defenders tried to stop his shot, and that wasn't even the shot that they were supposed to. So Raman was just there to slot it in.
Yeah, they're carrying this lead very, very well. 30 seconds left on the clock. Central Missouri has a lot of ground to cover, but I don't know if they will be able to cover that ground here. There's 30 seconds left on the clock. They need to find 3 more goals. That's like goal per like 10 seconds now. As Raman is not letting up off the gas, and St. Clair College want to get as many goals as they can, secure the lead even further. But Froski can try and just keep up the defense and keep the scoreline where it's at, and maybe get one final goal, but Kipper's not going to let that happen as he sends it right back down into their court. Raman waiting in the corner for it. Last second on the clock, it's up in the air. Will they find something? They almost do, but that is it. That is the first game going to St. Clair College Gold.
That's a very good first game for them as well. I mean, 4-1 is massive and very comfortable in the series, and they must be feeling good about themselves.
Yeah, I would be too. If you know, you get placed in your first time, you're like, I'm gonna prove myself, right? I'm gonna give it my all, and you do. You get 3 goals back to back to back. That's what you want to see. And Ottawa Braves proving us all wrong. You know, we thought, oh, maybe it'll be another quick game for the Saints, but they're putting up an amazing fight with a 7 lead right now against St. Clair's measly 4. St. Clair needs to find something that works here, and it looks like they did with a double kill there. Dinger only with a shred of health, and there we go. St. Clair proving that that last 13-1 wasn't a fluke. They have what it takes to win it.
They definitely do. I mean, 7-5 is not the most uncomfortable thing, but like you said, it is very, very different from the first game. It's very, very clear that Ottawa is a lot more comfortable on this map than the last.
And to touch on the score line for Columbia College v. St. Clair, our varsity game, it is looking very, very good for St. Clair College right now. They won pistol. They won the last round. And now Columbia College buying pistols again against the rifles. It's not looking great for them as they get picked off 1 by 1. It's not looking great for St. Clair College. They have the 2-0 lead, but Columbia College is here to play. Find 1, find 2. But just like that, it's all down to 1 here. And looks like it's taken out there. I think the names are backwards on that graphic there. It's all good in the back, but so actually Columbia College taking the big lead there, and St. Clair managing to turn it around. But to touch on the thing that makes this so very special here on this game day, if you just want the pure feeds, we have Saints Gaming CA2, we have Saints Gaming CA2 if you just want the varsity game. If you just want the St. Clair Academy game, we have Saints Academy CA, and if you just want the Rocket League game, if you want to see those goals just like young Johnny just got, you'll go to Saints Gaming CA4.
And speaking of goals as well, Saints are up 3-1. It's
Yeah,
only 4 minutes and 25 seconds left. If I'm not mistaken, each of them has gotten a goal. I saw Kipper and Christian got one. I'm not sure who got the third one. But it's, again, looking very good for them. University of Missouri, though, did get a goal up in the series, along with another one. Raman getting demoed out very, very sadly. And a lot of space was made for Missouri. Kipper trying to get there, trying to get that save, but he is just going to hit it into the corner. It's just going to make it into his net. A good shot from Froski.
It looks like both teams have agreed that we're just going to go full offense. No defense. As you see, the goals are coming out 1 by 1, one after another. An amazing shot on the goal by Christian as well. Almost finding another goal right off the bat. He might have found one just there from downtown. Look at that launch.
Kipper, yeah, with a very, very powerful shot. A lot of space. And all of Missouri was maybe just a little too aggressive. Nobody expected that from the other side of the field, so nobody was there to save it. again, Kipper's playing very, very good this series. He's doing a lot for his team that I've noticed, and I think he's looking really, really good on this roster, and he definitely looks like he belongs, for sure. He definitely fills the space.
Yeah, he's proving that his place right now. But young Johnny looking to prove himself as well as he tries to go for a goal, but it looks like he's going to get carried all the way down, but Big Wheel is there to save it. Gets sent to the corner here. And Ramen going to go for a shot on the goal, but not going to find it. Christian tries to sink it in there, but quick Kipper! Wow,
Another
again!
hat trick in the second game, wow.
Gonna just slide right in there.
That's huge. That's massive.
Look how fast he went in there.
I know. He was very eager. He's like, I got it, I got it, I got it. 100%. I mean, that's, like I said, another hat trick. He had one the first game. He now has one in the second game. That's huge. That's so, so big for him. He has to be feeling good, and that confidence only makes you play better.
Yeah, Varsity gonna get the demo off Kipper. He knows he's the one to beat there with him getting the hat trick one after another. Big Wheel gonna go for a little bit of an aggressive play. Not gonna find it. And the net is open for Christian to do a little bit of a setup, but looks like Missouri came back just in time there. Kipper gonna try and get another goal, but unable to find it as the University of Central Missouri gets a triple commit onto the goal there. It's very, very tense game here. But St. Clair has a very significant lead with 3 goals already.
They do, absolutely. But I mean, Missouri does have a lot of time to return some goals back. But the aggression from both teams is, honestly, there's just so much happening. There's a lot of bumps. We saw Ramen and Christian go for a little bit of a pinch there. I think they're having fun. If I've ever seen it, I think they're having a little bit of fun with these shots that they're trying to take. They're clearly not too stressed. They're not panicking, which is so, so big. As for Missouri, though, I'm wondering if they might start to panic soon, because as the time ticks down, no goals are answered, it's getting a little dire for them.
It's definitely coming down to the wire here. Kipper tries to keep up the pressure, but University of Missouri needs to start getting goals. Looks like the Saints have amped up their defense, not letting any more goals get in here. But University of Missouri is also keeping up the triple commits, keeping up the aggression as they need to find a way to get the Saints lead not so far away here. Big Wheel going in for a big shot, but gets defended out by Christian. Amazing save as Christian carries it down the field here. It's in the corner. Going to see a bit of a contention by young Johnny. Going to go for a shot. Going to get blocked out by Kipper. Up in the air, sending it all the way down to the ground. Going to get bumped by Froski. That must be frustrating there. And Big Wheel still in the corner. It's just getting sent back and forth now. A great defense by St. Clair.
Honestly, I completely agree. Their defense and ability to attack is very, very good. I mean, 5-2 with 1:10 on the clock is a very, very good and comfortable lead for Gold as well. And it's very, like, they have to be feeling good about themselves. You have to see it in their gameplay, that they feel confident and they feel good.
Yes, the score line for Rocket League is 5-2 with 1 minute left. And look at Columbia College. They had a good shot there, and it looks like St. Clair managed to take them all out in record time as they bring the scoreline to 4-2. And on the side of Academy, you're right, actually Columbia College playing very, very well with St. Clair only at 2 points, but Ottawa Braves with a 10 points to Saints 6 points. They are in a very good spot. With Spike down, St. Clair's looking to turn this into a 7v10 point line.
I mean, it's not looking too promising for that 7-10 though, sadly. It's just the 1v2 just can't be won, and Android is seeming to be a little bit of a force to be reckoned with. He had that ace earlier in the game, and that's pretty big. We also see a timeout coming out in the other game as well.
Yeah, it looks like that is from the Saints side, which is to be warranted. You know, you are down 2 points. You want to use the timeouts while you got them. And Kipper cementing the Saints lead even further with another goal, taking this 6-3 with 9 seconds left. That's looking like another game 1 for St. Clair College Gold.
Absolutely, and that's a huge advantage as well. Like up 3, 9 seconds left. I've come back from worse. I've not. That was a complete lie. This is not the most winnable, but 6-4,
A
3
goal a
seconds
second?
left. Yeah, a goal every second and a half, I guess, is doable, but then that means also overtime and more Rocket League, which is huge. And I mean, up to 3 seconds, it's all about where this kickoff goes, and it does go onto the side of the Saints, but Christian is there to save that, which is a huge, huge save as well. Massive.
Yeah, that was well played by St. Clair College Gold, but what also is being well played is Columbia College. They lost the last map with 4 points in their bank there, but now they are up 4 points, or up 2 points, have 4 on the scoreline, playing very, very well here on Bind, but Giza has the up, watching down A main for any attackers here. They also have the Raze ult to play with, and they have the Viper Pit online as well. They have a lot of util to play with. Can they make it work, though? Can they start getting the lead here?
I mean, this is the question. Caillou sending the dog out down long as well as a blind and jump peaks, trying to get whatever intel he can. I think the Saints are starting to recognize, though, that this is definitely a B take, a massive B take. The Sky ult coming out, Seth with 2 really, really good kills, though. That is huge. 3 kills is even better. And Caillou with another kill just to lock it down. A flawless round for Saints. It's looking a lot better for them.
It's looking great, and they didn't have to use any of their ults here. They still have the Showstopper and the Viper Pit to play with. So this might be where their lead starts to take off, just like University of Central Missouri taking the early goal lead here in Rocket League.
That's very different, and I mean, that has to give them a little bit of momentum as well with the 1 goal lead this time instead of it being the Saints. Maybe this game can be just a little more different if Missouri has the 1 goal lead, but there's a lot more to do. There's a lot of defense, a lot of attack. There's so much more that Missouri has to do other than just score this 1 goal. Like, try to save this goal from Christian, but they just can't do it. A beautiful goal as well with the assist from Kipper. It bars up and then down. It kind of just keeps bouncing, but other than that, it gets in the net essentially, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters indeed. And it looks like Columbia College coming back with a vengeance here. They lost the last round, but they don't want to lose this one. They got a few of the Saints here, and it's down to just Smiley and the Rays here. They have the Showstopper online, but against 4 people and a Viper Pit, it's going to be tough. He finds one through the smoke, but can't find the kill. Froski getting another goal, and Rocket League as well.
We also have a timeout, I believe, from the Saints, if I'm correct there. I think it's time for a timeout. I mean, Ottawa is 1 away from match point. I think it's really important for Saints to kind of talk about what they're missing. What is so different this game from last game, which was 13-1. This is such a different game. Obviously, it's not a stomp, but it's very different, and Ottawa is playing either a lot better or Saints are just playing differently. Maybe they're not using the strats that they want or that they need. So whatever they just talked about during that break, I mean, that's really important.
But whatever they were talking about on the Rocket League team seemed to work out as they get another goal, evening up the scoreline. We're at 3 minutes and 27 seconds, so still got time to play with, but back to back to back, both teams taking the goals when they see them. It's a very even game. Central Missouri looking to take this to a game 4.
A lot of aggression as well. I mean, Christian with the demo and a bump trying to set it up for Ramen, who's going to set it up for Kipper.
Yeah.
We're all just setting it up for each other. A beautiful assist from Ramen as well, and tries to get the bump on the defender, which he does actually. He does actually get that bump. I thought I saw that right. That was just perfectly played from Ramen. That was huge. And Kipper just able to slot that in the net is massive. 3 minutes left on the clock. The game is still winnable for both teams. 3-2 is not impossible. Missouri can still score. They can still capitalize off whatever momentum they may find, but they need to do it fairly soon, which is exactly what Big Whale is going to do with the assist from Young Johnny. I believe that was, yes, passing it up for him, gets the flip reset, and then it's just gonna bar down. So unfortunate. It's so hard to predict a bar down as a defender, and it's nearly impossible to save. Although the Saints did try, they just couldn't. 3-3 with 3 minutes on the clock. That's a lot of threes, but I said it correctly, and I didn't stutter.
Yeah, 3-3 here in game 3. Big Will going to make this 3-4, but gets saved out by Christian, and Big Will just carrying it back and forth. Christian trying to get it out of their side of the field here. It's in the corner, but Froski not letting up on the aggression, misses the air shot there. And Kipper just trying to find some way to amp up the aggression, which he can exploit so well. Christian going for a little bit of a setup here, I think, but it sends it right back to their side of the field, which is a little bit unfortunate as now they have to take the pressure off of them. Kipper going for a bit of an air carry. Ooh, big save by Christian there. That could have went in there, went uncontested. And now Christian's carrying it all the way downfield. Young Johnny gonna save it though. It's just getting passed back and forth, 3-3. Very good even game. And now, here we are. 2 very close games happening back to back. The scoreline 11-10. Ottawa Braves v St. Clair. St. Clair looking to take this back. Ottawa Braves had a massive lead in the beginning, but it looks like slowly but surely St. Clair College is chipping away at that lead.
That might have been that timeout as well. That timeout is so important for your team, and it's very clear that that's starting to work out for St. Clair. It's a little more even. A really good shot from New Meta there onto the Viper. So Saints are doing a very good job on evening out this game a little bit more, but a great shot from Dinger there with the TP onto New Meta. That was huge.
Yeah, what a comeback from St. Clair. It was like 8-2 a little while ago, and now it's 11-10, and it's looking like it might be 11-11 as St. Clair College as a 2v1, and there we see it, 11-11 on the screen. Some people say make a wish at that, but I say St. Clair might have a comeback on their hands.
Maybe that's the wish. They wish for a comeback. Maybe everyone can wish for a comeback for, or whatever team they're voting for. This is the time to make your wish for your team. I mean, Saints, though, doing such a great job at evening out this game. 11-11 is so good. That timeout was very clearly helpful for them. And maybe they just needed to take a breath. Like, okay, let's take a step back, kind of think a little harder, play a little safer. And that's exactly what they've started doing, and it's gotten them to 11.
Yeah, but with 1 minute left on the clock for Rocket League here, it's not looking great. 40 seconds left, 4-3 versus University of Central Missouri. They need to find a goal and find it quick. But if I'm going to go back to Valorant here, St. Clair evening the odds here. But Android with the Reyna ult is very tough to play against. It's very strong. And he finds 1, and then he finds 2 there. But WK Flow gonna find the plant.
That Reyna ult as well is so difficult to play against just because she heals after every single kill. It's so big. Scrubby trying to get a shot, but he's just unable to.
Just able to find the shot. It looks like Ottawa Braves get the match point as St. Clair is in the lead here with the last couple seconds. Missouri needs to find a goal. It's on the side of the Saints field. Will they find anything? It's up in the air right now. Could we see an overtime? It's anybody's game right now. It's up in the air. Kipper going to try and find some way to bring that ball way downtown, but not going to find it as it's hitting the ground. University of Central Missouri is not letting up on the gas here. Young Johnny hits it to the ground. He's the one who hits it to the ground for his team. And St. Clair going to take home this game 3-0. Well played all around.
That's a huge series for St. Clair as well. I think they have another game almost right after that, but that's a really good win to come off of. That's huge, I guess, for Saints. I mean, they have to feel good. 3-0 is massive in a best of 5, and they can just carry that on to the next series as well.
Yeah, and the score is 5-5 in the varsity game right now, but the real match is coming to the close here on the academy side as Ottawa Braves have 1 person left. It's a 1v4, and we might be seeing an overtime.
Absolutely, especially with this Cypher ult from Scrubby. They know exactly where Dinger is, especially with the Viper Pit, which Jello does step out of, which is very interesting. Usually you want to play in that.
Oh, he turned his back.
But I think they have Spike down, so it wouldn't make sense for them to play too aggressively. Canadian with a really, really good shot and bring it into overtime. That's huge for the Saints.
Yeah, well played. Ooh, I wonder how long this is going to go for. I think it'll be back, and with how it's been, I feel like we might be in for back and forth and back and forth.
It could go on forever. It won't.
I don't think it'll go on forever. We have to go home at some point.
It could. These overtimes can last a very, very long time.
It'll feel like forever.
And they are very exhausting for both teams as well. You need a special kind of stamina to play Valorant overtimes, just because you need to pick up those 2 rounds. It's not just one. You have to get 2 in a row, which is very, very important. So whoever picks up this first round is really going to set up some good stepping stones for their team. And I honestly, like you said, it can go either way, but I think Saints have done a really, really good job at bringing this back a little bit.
The stage wall going to go up, going to get shot down by Canadian. It's going to creep up towards mid. Scrubby going to try and take back that one that got picked out by Ravage there, which he does, and he gets out free. But it is 3v4, make that 2v3 as both teams take out one after another. A little bit of a tit-for-tat situation there. Android pushing up. He knows it's got to be a B push, and the op takes out Scrubby, and Dinger going up on the flank. New Meta has his work cut out for him here as he has to back off.
That is so unfortunate, that timing. If all he had to do was hold it for just 1 more second, and he definitely would have gotten the kill onto Dinger. So much toxicity coming up from Ottawa. It's very interesting. Even last game, when it was, what, 11-1, they picked up 1 round and they were shooting bodies and teabagging. It's very, very interesting.
Maybe it wasn't that. Maybe they were just doing a little bit of a victory dance as you were coming back from the last game being 13-1, and now you're in overtime. So you've really woken up and really given it your all. But you know who's giving it their all? Both teams in the Varsity game right now. It's 6-6, such an even game. 2 very even games going on right now.
Absolutely. I mean, even if it wasn't even at first, the Ottawa and Saints match is a lot more even now. Chilling with a really, really good pick onto Dinger in the first few seconds of the game. That's huge, giving him more mid control. Lightning trying to push up. Everybody just has to check their corners because Chillin is in a very good spot right now, especially with new meta holding Nest there. Chillin can get a TP out of here, which is likely what he's going to do if somebody pushes up. He has some time. I mean, him and the Sage, I believe that's Lightning, are kind of just watching the exact same angle right now, waiting for one of them to peek, and it doesn't seem like either of them are budging. It's a very, very patient game that they need to play. Scrubby is going to be on his cam watching B. He's going to let his team know that they are starting to push up. It's time to rotate because that is 3 players, which is all of the players for Ottawa right now. It's very, very big. This push is looking like it's ending up B. They might rotate toward mid. We don't know exactly yet. Scrubby just trying to hold down this site as best he can, and he's doing a very good job. Ottawa does not want to push on yet. Chillin is going to be there for a little bit of help. We do know that they have an op after shooting that Yoru clone. That's huge. Chillin with a very good shot and another one as well. A massive, massive 4K for him this round. So big. New Meta trying to get the last kill. He's just not going to get it onto Flow. But I mean, 10 seconds left. This Jet has to push him. Canadian is there as well for the flank, and he is going to get that kill onto Flow. And it's 13-13. It's even.
Yeah, dead even game. I feel like we're going to be in this overtime for quite a while with how even this game is going. Neither team finding, you know, an edge over the other. But it's same with the Varsity game. Both games are very, very close. And like you said earlier, these overtimes are a test of stamina and a test of will. See who can stick it out even better than the other team. But when you're in this many rounds, you don't want to lose. But this could be it, as Canadian funds one off the bat. And it looks like St. Clair took a little bit of an early lead in the Varsity game as well. Finally breaking up that dead even game. Android trying to find picks, which he most often does, but he gets taken out a little early there by Canadian, getting a double kill. Now it is 2v4. It's doable, but it is very, very tough.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's looking good for the Saints. They've kind of learned a little bit more that they have to double swing some players. Like Android on that Reyna is very clearly a very, very strong player when it comes to their aim. So double swinging a player like that is going to be really, really important. Ravage trying to blind out that corner. He's checking it. The shock darts are coming out. There's a bunch of smokes. Ravage is just going to push through the smoke, but Scruffy is just going to see the tip of his gun as he goes through there, gets the pick onto him. Flo is not going to get this defuse. Cello's going to be there with a shotgun to finish him off. And 13-14, all Saints need to do is win this round, but there seems to be just a little bit of a pattern, so I'm not going to tell anybody to get their hopes up yet, because this game can still go either way.
After that last round, though, I'm thinking the Saints might have this. They played very tight and very well as a team, well coordinated. So let's see if they can carry on that teamwork into this next round here. It looks like Flo is gonna switch over to an op on attack, which is an interesting pick.
Sacrificing those shields too, that's a little, that can go really good or really bad. Oh my gosh, the aggression from Android here. The swings coming out, taking so much space, trying to push through the smoke, getting a kill onto new meta, but Chillin is going to be their doors to trade off. Chillin again with another kill. He's been playing very, very good this game. Flo with the op, just trying to hold it.
Oh no, last with the op.
He is in a 1v2 with no shields and an operator. I mean, St. Clair they have to play this right. They have spiked down. You kind of shouldn't peek an op, but if you do, peek it with someone else. And that's exactly what they're doing. Canadian with a beautiful shot. And a 15-13 win for St. Clair Academy. That's 2-0 in the series. That's one for St. Clair, and I think they played very, very well. That game looked a little bit lost. Unlike this game. This game's very close. 8-6. Both teams are very clearly evenly matched. They're doing very well.
Yeah, both teams doing very, very well, but St. Clair finally taking a little bit of a lead here after just a win and a loss, back and forth here. But now they're at 6-8. Not the best, but a pretty good lead starting into the next round and a half. I think they won the pistol round, so, or a few rounds after that. So here we are. This is probably the round that Columbia College wants to win here, as they finally bought some more expensive weapons. They have a Phantom here, and Legend going for a bit of a flank. I don't think he knows. Neither does Caillou, as he gets taken out, and it looks like he's going to rotate onto A site. And it looks like his team is also flanking on the A site. So now the Saints have a little bit of a reversal going on here, as they just had site control. Now it's all back to nothing there. But Giza gonna find that headshot through the crate with the Guardian there. Well played, but Calvin gonna clean up Seth. Now it's a 2v2. It's a very even game. Snakebite coming out, trying to stop, delay that plant. Smiley gonna rotate through portal here, and now the Saints have to play catch up. They're gonna run and try and get there in time, but they have to come through backside. They know they're listening for the TP, but with the molly there, it's gonna delay them a little bit. Gets hit by the Cypher Cam and gets taken out by Giza. Wow!
A very beautiful shot from him as well. I mean, two players for St. Clair, they just have to hold site down and play a good post plant, and that's exactly what they do. Very good attack. I mean, 9-6 is not too bad of a scoreline, but it's fairly comfortable for Saints. We see a save round coming out from Columbia. They just don't have the funds to buy what they need, so they're just gonna kind of save a little bit so they can buy more fully next round, and that's really, really big. And I think Saints need to capitalize off of this round and try their best to do what they can.
Yeah, if they capitalize off this round, they're going to begin to start running away with it here, as 10-6 is not really a close game. That's a significant lead to have, as Predzu puts out the nade backside of A here. He goes for a flank, but I don't think there's much in the way of enemies over there. All they have is the chamber, but he might be able to TP out if he places TP in the right spot. Giza, the Vandal, playing very, very quietly. And he knows where they are. He hears them. Marks them out for the team. He's just going to play in the corner there, as Caillou pushes onto site here with his team, going for a flash. Doesn't really find anybody. Germsy going to play on the site. Giza gets one on the flank, but he needs to go meet up with his team, as it's a 2v3. He finds one. Caillou's in a 1v2 situation. He gets hit by the camera, but he's going to play aggro. Will he win the fight? It's in the corner. He doesn't find it, though, as Carnage wins that fight, and now it's a 1v3. Caillou's in the corner. What's he going to do? He finds one. Will he find two? He has the spike. This might be a winnable scenario. He knows the flash is coming. It's a Sky. He plays that character, but he gets taken out by Carnage. Well played.
And we knew he saw the flash coming out. He knew it was going to happen. It was a little scary just seeing him look away, but we know it was for good reason. He almost got the wall bang onto that Sky in the corner, but he just didn't get it and got swung up by Carnage and kind of sacrificed that. And I mean, 7-9, Columbia 7 rounds is very good for them. The game is not lost. There's not a huge lead for either teams. So I think both of them are playing very well, both teams, and yeah.
Both teams playing very, very, very well with Instinct. Pushing up through showers. This is looking very, very good for them. And Seth gonna push up A main. Predzu watching the high ground, but he can't really see through the smoke, but he can see above the Viper wall. He's watching that little corner in A main. And
I'm not sure
no one's pushing yet.
Knows he's there.
I don't know if they know he's there. They might be able to see the top of his head as Instinct sees the top of Germsy's head there and gets the headshot, bringing this to a 5v4. Looking good for the Saints.
Wow.
Predzu, wow.
A beautiful shot from Predzu as well. And he is just going to satchel right off of there. A very nice shot onto Seth. He just barely saw him, but just had a really nice flick right onto his head. Saints are going to decide to rotate, though, over to B, I believe. Yes, over to B. And just trying to beat out some of the defenders to this site. The ult is going to come out from Caillou on this Sky. With these Seekers, they're going to find out just how many people are on site. This is really, really important for them. They just need to capitalize off of it. The mollies coming out, though, from the Viper are going to be wasting time. Instinct, though, is kind of just hanging out. And I guess so we thought it was B, but it is going to be an A push here. Instinct with a very good shot as well. The Brim ult coming out. Carnage is just going to get shot a little bit through the wall there, and Caillou is going to just pick up that kill on him. Very, very well played by the Saints. A very, very good fake onto B. I think that was very, very big for them.
Yeah, good tactics by the Saints. They knew where the enemies were going to be, and the 3K coming out from Instinct was very, very clean. He got one after another, knew exactly where they were going to be, but we're going to see a little bit of a timeout come out from Columbia College, which is well played. You don't want St. Clair to carry away with the momentum this late into the game. You have a timeout, you might as well use it. So I know that timer is frozen. Maybe a little bit of a streamer thing, but what are you thinking of this game? How do you think it's going to end up?
I mean, honestly, I think it's a really good time for a timeout from Columbia. I think that's a very good idea from them because you don't want to give up too many rounds to the Saints there. So I think it's a very, very good time to take a step back, talk to your team, figure out what you need to change. I think that's really, really important for them. But both teams are playing very, very well this game. It's not very clear who's winning. I mean, obviously the scoreline, but who's winning the game itself, it can still go either way.
Yeah, definitely. I think the Saints are going to win it. I just have that feeling.
Don't casters curse it. Don't do it.
Well, they just have such a good lead. They've been playing so well. Not to say that Columbia College hasn't been playing well. They've been playing much, much better than the game before. It's like a very dead even game. They're switching back and forth, but it seems like the Saints are a lot more comfortable with attack on bind. It seems like they're just finding the plays when they need it. And attack's kind of hard. I think attacking just generally is much of a harder game, as you have to push past all the util that the defenders set up.
It is very hard, but I mean, Saints are showing a lot of promise in that, and they're very clearly very comfortable with each other, and they have that chemistry that a team needs to carry into a game with them that can get them the win, and I think they're showing that very, very well this game, especially because they did win the first one, if I'm correct, so I think that's really important for them to carry that along into this game, and the other team taking a timeout has to make the Saints feel a little good, because knowing that the team needs a minute means that you're doing the right things. So I think Saints just need to keep doing what they're doing, play their game, and it'll go good.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll see very soon if our predictions are correct. And here we are, out of the break, back into the swing of things here. I think both teams have Vandals. This is a very, very difficult game. Here we are, Caillou going out with the dog. There's the Brimstone ult coming out from the side of the Saints. Clear out U-Haul very quickly. Instinct already on the back line, finds one. What a flick! Gonna get the headshot right out of the gate there. And Legend having to go on the flank here and try and play retake to get this defuse. Smiley watching A main along with Seth. Seth finds one. Does Predzu know there's two watching that push? I think he set up a blast pack to try and throw him off. Tries to find what the Sheriff looks like they're saving, and the Saints bring this to an 11-7 lead.
That is comfortable. That is definitely a comfortable lead for the Saints. I believe Columbia was saving that round, so it's very, very hard to retake a site when you're alone with pistols. That's very, very tough for a team. But they do have rifles now, along with, I believe, a Guardian. So they have a little bit more to work with. But so do the Saints, and I think both teams have exactly what they need. They just need to use it correctly. And a judge as well from Legend on the raise there. I'm excited to see what he does with that this round.
Definitely. It could be very, very interesting as we see the dog out come out from Caillou. Classic. Yeah, it's the combat stim. You might play a little bit more aggressively here. And Seth does have the Viper Pit. He's watching A main, playing it very slow, hoping, I think, the enemy pushes past him. He hears them, marks them out for his team. As Joomsy gets the dog out, but it gets taken out immediately. He does have Sky Ult to use as well. Seth knows there's two there. Gonna use the Viper Pit to try and flush them out onto himself. Finds one. Oh, it doesn't find the other as Carnage is there. And that gives him information about their entire team. That was an amazing pick by Carnage. Shuts down the Viper Pit and gets info. Caillou gonna try and flash on site, open something up for his team. Joomsy has ult ready as well, but I think he's gonna save it for next round as Predzu gets taken out by Smiley. It is a 3v2 for Columbia College. They're gonna need to rotate together as Smiley is pushing on the B site here, but it looks like they're going to go for a rotate. They'd rather play against the Cypher than the Brim, it seems, and regroup. It's all down to Carnage here to hold the line on A as the Brimstone rotates over to site, and now it's a 3v1, and looks like the Saints get the plant as well. This could be leading into the match point for St. Clair College. Legend trying to find some opening, trying to find some sort of pick, but I don't think he can very well see it.
They do know where he is as well because he just shot from CT, so they kind of know where he's coming from. They know where they need to hold it from. Finding these two players is going to be really, really hard for Legend. If he can find one, maybe he'll be able to find the other, but I assume they're going to be together, or they're not actually. He gets a really good kill onto Giza, sends the molly out, but he doesn't know exactly where Smiley is. Smiley is just going to pick up that kill and bring them over to match point.
Yeah, that was almost a very, very strong molly there, but I'm able to find it just a little bit too slow there. But well played by both teams. It's very, very even. St. Clair is in the lead right now, significantly, but each round is very close.
This is true. I mean, there's a lot of hero plays happening from certain players. It's just not enough, but there's so much potential with these players in these clutch situations. They are getting close. They're just not finding it, and I think being able to find it is very important. I mean, Calvin, with the judge, he is just going to use his Viper's ult and just hold Hookah there, but the dog is coming out from the sky on Saints. That's so unfortunate for Predu. He is just going to get picked up by the sky, and Giza has his ult here. Very, very comfortable with Caillou on the sky as well. The team's getting healed. They're back up to full health, and Columbia has to do a lot more now.
Yeah, a little bit of a slip up there from Predzu. Doing a little parkour, but not managing to hit the landing there. Gonna get concussed out and taken out. But Seth and St. Clair College all pushing on to A here. It's gonna get very chaotic. Instinct blast packs onto site. He has the Phantom. He finds one. has the stim as well. I could find another, hoping for backup from his team. There's Legend. He finds him though with the Guardian, but Giza gonna answer and return. And now he has to leave the Viper pit, but he's wishing he saved that and didn't use it right out of the gate. As now it's match point for St. Clair College, unless Calvin D can find something here.
He only has a judge, so he has to take these close fights and kind of just hope maybe there's one playing really, really close to him.
Flashed to, they know where he is.
But he does get flashed, so they know where he is. He's just going to send out a molly, try to make some space, but that judge from that far away, I'm not sure how much it can do. And Smiley is just going to show us that it's not going to do anything as he gets that kill, and the game goes to the Saints 13-7.
Yeah, well played by the Saints. It was a close game there in the first half, but on attack, they managed to just find what works for them. You know, we had a little bit of a technical pause there in the middle there, but it was just well played all around. Like, I have no complaints from their gameplay there.
Me neither, honestly. I mean, it was very fun to watch. I mean, every single game there in that series, I think the Saints played very, very well, and so did Columbia. It just wasn't there, and the Saints just had them a little bit more in those rounds that they really needed, and that's exactly what they capitalized off of.
Yeah, it was just, they just played so well on attack. Like, I don't know, they just it was like defense, it was like iffy, you know, back and forth, trading over and over and over, but once they got on attack, it was great. And the game against the Ottawa Braves, so very close, going into overtime as well. Well played all around, and the Rocket League games, we just were on point today with Kipper giving his first showing.
Kipper played very, very well. He should definitely be proud of himself for the performance that he had. I mean, 2 hat tricks in the first 2 games is huge for him, and I mean, he has to be feeling good off of that. And the Saints green team as well, like all the Rocket League teams, all of our teams really at St. Clair did very, very well today, along with all the other teams put up a very, very good fight against everybody on the Saints roster. It was just not there.
Yeah, but overall, game day isn't over yet. We have one more Rocket League game, and we also have iRacing. Our next Rocket League game is against Michigan Tech. So after a quick break, we'll be back with more game day right after a quick break.